Hello guys, welcome to another video. This is going to be a bit of a hobby update. Yeah, so thought I'd mark a couple of milestones, document that before moving on. Also try and do this more frequently. Yeah, so what you see before me here is 1750 points of Orcs and Goblins in the Warhammer Armies project, version 2.14 or something like that. I was supposed to play a game this past weekend, but my friend got COVID, so we didn't play. But yeah, I'm all painted up now. Yikes. Notifications going on. Sorry about that. If you thought that was you, that was me. I have friends. Yeah, so I guess I'll do a quick overview of it. Let's start with the core stuff. So there's 2 units of 10 arrow boys, there and there. Then there's a unit of 20 night goblins with spear and shield. Then there is a 20-man unit of hand weapon and shield orcs. Then there's 21 spear and shield orcs. Guess we can do this sort of stuff. And then there's 23 hand weapon or dual hand weapon orcs. Actually, I don't remember from we were supposed to play 1500 points and we opted to 1750. So I rejigged the list a little bit and added to it. So I'm not actually sure in my final list if the 21 and 23 was a thing. Who cares? It's painted. That's what I'm documenting here. Anyway, I think that's the core stuff. Then there's some war machines. So there's a boar chariot and a goblin chariot. Then there are 2 spear chuckers, one right here and one right there. Look, love this guy with his little bum out. Yeah, then there is a doom diver. I think that's it for war machines. Then I have 4 trolls, just running them as generic trolls. If I ever do get more of either kind, I might actually repaint them to their specific type. But I think I'll just run them as generic for now. And then for Lords and Heroes, there's Grimoire Ironhide. But I'm running him as a Black Orc War Boss, because that's what I got right now for the point level. Then I made a converted Black Orc BSB with his heavy armor and a shield. I use this. Try to beef him up as much as I could with bits. Then there's a Orc Shaman. In this list I'm running him as level 4. And then there's a Night Goblin Shaman. I'm running him as a level 2 in this particular list. But yeah. Realized the lighting is kind of terrible, but I didn't want to turn the table with all the models on it. And it's nighttime, so I mean, I'll get some daylight shots of all this stuff at some point, because I realize it's looking very dark right now. And also very... I didn't want it to be a cartoony army. And the little bit of color I have are on the leaders of it. The rest are just, you know, filthy orcs coming at you. Don't wash, don't shave, shave. I don't. I've never seen an orc with a beard. Yeah, clean off rust anything like that. Dirty Orcs. So hopefully one day I will bring some battle reports with this. And there's still maybe this many models left. Actually, I can show you how many models are left without bringing out the models. I'll end the video with that. Because I decided to figure out what my pile of shame is, and I wanted to reduce it. So I made a spreadsheet system for it. Yep, we'll get to that. So let's do some other completions. There are some completions here. There's a mech gun. It is magnetized with the bits. I've only painted up one version of it yet, because this coming weekend I am teaching my brother-in-law how to play Warhammer. He's starting to collect it, or 40k. He started to collect AdMech, so I am bringing some orcs to fight him in a combat patrol size game, 500 points. And for that, I painted up some more of my pile of shame. I could have grabbed anything from my my painted stuff, but I needed an excuse to paint up something new. Oh, accidentally shut off the video right there. So yeah, I painted up a knob on Smash a Squig as a fast attack choice. Don't have the rest of the unit painted up, but he will, if I can get it to focus, he can be a standalone thing, 9th edition. And then I painted up the Mega Armored War Boss with his little grot friend on it. So I'm bringing, I think, 3 or 4 variations of 500 point lists, so you can face different things, vehicles, hordes, all kinds of stuff. So these are for different lists. Also for that, I decided to start painting up some of my terrain pile of shame. There's quite a lot of that. And very little of it is actually painted, so I'm bringing some scatter terrain. There's way more that I could have done, but I'm keeping it to this. This stuff isn't washed yet. This is still work in progress. Then I slowly started to do my heresy fists. I was not happy with where this guy was at, but I'm slowly cleaning him up. The yellow is kind of terrible on him, but I think instead of stripping him and starting over, which I kind of have to with the method I'm doing, I'm just gonna weather him a whole bunch when he's done. He's not done yet. All of this is work in progress, but it's getting there. Then I almost so I'll move the light a little bit. I'll scoot over. So, as I might have mentioned, I ordered some Forge World with a friend. And it's basically, it was meant to be funny, it was meant to be, guess where that it's going. Anyway, it was meant to be the completion of the army, and it kind of is. I'm just contemplating, because I hear there's a tournament this spring, Heresy, in my local area, so I might need some anti-tank, because I don't really have much of that, if any. So I might need some anti-tank and make a sort of a viable list. I'll not cheese it at all. It's more for the event than anything else. Anyway, so I got some stuff assembled from that. There's still some stuff on the workbench, but we're nearing completion. So what I did get assembled is a 10-man squad of assault marines, 2 of them with power weapons, a power sword and a power axe, and this veteran sergeant, because of the helmet. Been reading up on my lore. That mark on his helmet makes him a veteran sergeant. Yeah, he has a power fist. Or possibly a solarite gauntlet, who knows. I got some more weapon options. I know some people are rolling their eyes right now because I got the Volkites. I did not get them for tournament purposes for 40k, because actually the game I'll be playing with my brother-in-law will be my first game of 9th edition. They just got nerfed. I just like the look of them, honestly. I think they look super badass on my Contemptors. This guy also got his Cyclone or Havoc launcher, whichever they decide to call it. Hard to do with a phone in your hand. Yeah, I also got a Cyclonic Meltalance for my Leviathan, just in case. So I did some characters, or, well, these are for my veteran tactical squad. I suppose I can show some of them off real quick. Focus. So this will be the veteran sergeant, combi melta, and a power sword. Just some random dudes. I'm building them so that I can run them both as what they called? Despoilers or veterans. So they'll be very bare bones in terms of special weapons. I got the apothecary kits. I did not make any modifications to these except for shoulder pads, so they'll be like everyone else's. Because they can't really have any options, and if you do the Primus Medicae, I can't, if I choose a special weapon for that, I can't really run them as regular apothecaries, so I kept them vanilla. There we go. Then I also got the Mark III Tech Marine, just because, and I threw a helmet on there, because why would you expose that? That would be dumb. And same reasons as the apothecaries, not choosing any other options for the Forge Lord. It's just so I can go back to it. I figured out I had a bunch of bits, and I could basically make a what's he called? Master of Signals. The only thing I didn't have was his communication arm, so I gave him an Auspex. He has the Nuncio Vox. He has that special helmet. I gave him a plasma pistol just because. And of course, he got the obligatory bits and the shoulder pad. Then I got a Dmos Vindicator, because they're pretty dang cool. I had this bit laying around from the old GW metal upgrade kits and threw on some more iconography just because I could. Looking forward to painting these guys up. And I needed some funny story. I picked out the Rhino doors. Basically, this was a FOMO order from Forge World. I was afraid that they're just going to discontinue some stuff without any warning. So I picked up everything that I didn't have that was unique. So Rhino doors, and I thought I gotta have something for it. And I almost words. I almost ordered the what's it called? The Command Rhino for it. But then I figured it could fit on this. It's artillery and it's Imperial Fist. So yeah, good combo. I hear that it's a little bit cheesy, but you know, I'm going super fluffy. This fits into the fluff, so having a bit of punch in my fluff should be good. I am not even mad. Yeah, so that's it. And then I started work on my second Breacher squad. I want to be able to do a Stone Gauntlet formation. So these Breacher shields were from an order I made many years ago at this point for a Siege Mantlet squad for my 40k fists. That was back in 5th, 6th, 7th edition when that was a thing. Now I've waited 2 editions and there's still no rules for it, so it was a sad day. I snipped off the arms of my painted 40k Imperial fists. It'll be a 12-man squad because there's 6 in each purchase, and I purchased 2 of them. So there will be, but it will be a badass squad. So this will be the sergeant, like super legionary style. And here's granted it's a Mark 7 arm, but it has a little fist on it. And it's from the same upgrade kit as that bit over there. So are these shoulder pads, which I need to refine a little bit. Can't even see. Focus. Oh. Yeah, I need to fix that. They took a bit of damage going off. Some more veterans, some more breachers that need shields. I need to prime them before, because I'm actually just going to use this and touch it up. A couple of chosen. I had 2 bodies left, and it fits perfectly with one of my standards. So in a command squad, it comes with a standard bearer and 2 chosen. So they'll be my 2 chosen. Again, just bare bones. What else did I do? Yeah, there's a couple of last cutters coming in for that squad. I can opt to leave them out and just have a 10-man squad, or mix and match. I also got the new Praetor. Gave him a Archaeotech pistol just because. Haven't decided on a helmet yet. I was contemplating turning him into a Templar, another Templar, basically, because he has the same type of sword. The armor fits it well, so I could have a 6th Templar. He could be the leader of it, so I have not chosen a head for him yet. I've toyed around, because the others have laurels on. Sorry about that. So I've toyed around with giving him this. This is an old 40k head from, I believe, the Commands Brew. I believe this is the chapter champion head. Or company champion, sorry. And these are my last veterans. And that, I believe, is it. Oh, there's one more guy. Let me find the bag. This guy. The Tartarus Terminator Praetor. I'm gonna be honest with you, I ordered him simply because he was Imperial Fists and I wanted him for my collection. He is legitimately the same size as Dorn. I was painting with my friend, holding him up. His legs alone against his word bearer's Tartarus Praetor. His legs went up to his neck. They're in the same armor. It's ridiculous. Like it's just ridiculous. Yeah, anyway, that's part of the hobby update. I think what I'll do now is switch to screen recording over there in my spreadsheet. I'm actually gonna eliminate some pile of shame right now. I thought I'd document it and you guys could see what it's all about. Right, let's see. So I started doing this and I forgot to record the screen, so it wouldn't line up. So let's quickly go through this. What my reaction won't be genuine this time, but my pile of shame, which is right here, I just noticed when filming the first time that it was 999.4 models. The decimal I'll explain. So here are my different projects. Here's some columns with some data in it, and here's a bunch of detailed information. So let's take my Orcs as an example. So what we have here, total models, 252 models is what I have in it. Then it says 200, or total actual models in quotation marks. It's because I count some models as more than one. So for instance, a boy and an orc biker, I do not count them as the same because the orc biker is an orc boy that needs painting and a bike that needs painting, which I count as definitely a separate model because there's a lot of detail in different colors that I need to use. And I have a column of painted models. Then I have actual painted models. I also do, well, you'll see that later, I do fractions of models if I make progress, just so I can see the numbers climb. It's nice. So this number goes down. I actually just completed this today. Well, I've been typing these in over days, and I completed the last column today, which was my terrain. And I accidentally ended up on 999. I might need to rejig some numbers, but that's kind of hilarious. Anyway, so my remaining actual models, it's depressing because I just got maybe 40 models so, from a friend. And my overall progress on the project, and this is of all my armies. Then non-compliant models, this is models that can no longer legally play with the rules of the edition. And this column just makes me sad. This is projects I have spent time, money, love, and care, especially the love and care part, and hopes and dreams and all that into. And this is stuff that I either need to retire or redo or snap off arms and whatnot. So this makes me sad. Then there's stuff that needs rebasing. You'll particularly see it on my Orcs and my 40k Imperial Fists, because they went up from 25 to 32 mil since I made them. So there's a lot of stuff that needs rebasing. And this is how many adapters I have, and this is how many I need to order and expand the base and put on sand and do all that stuff. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. And then there's bikes that need rebasing too. Yeah, so let's look at just an example of it. So my Orcs, let's just go to that. So in here I have basically the same columns and put into different categories. You can also see how many I have of each type, so I can use this list for reference when I'm making army lists. I don't have to go to the cabinet and have a look like how many knobs do I have with power claws. I can find it in here, and there I have 4. Yep, and there's one with issues on it, and I have some comments on it, and blah blah blah. But yeah, so today I am gonna, so we can look at this number here. Actually, why is it not? There we go. Okay, we're back. So yeah, here we can see the red numbers is the stuff that I need to do, and obviously there's in between numbers. So for instance, this I just completed today. So a war boss, mega armor, grot, big shooter, huge chopper. So I count that's technically 1 model, but I count it as 2 for it's 2 models, and it's kind of big. And this was a work in progress. I painted one of them. I say I completed the whole model. That means I completed the 2 actual models, and this jumps to 100. And my completion rate just went up a little bit. Yay! Then let's go and see. Fast attack. Knob on Smasher Squeak. Same deal. Changing that up. Now that went up a little bit. And the mech gun. So I counted that as 7 models. So the entire model is complete and 7 models complete. So now we're at 82%, 82.5%. Yay! Makes me motivated to get it further up. I believe that was it. I also have some stuff for other projects. I'm not gonna do stuff on my terrain. I'm not gonna, do the percentages right now because it's gonna be done very soon. So I'll just bump it straight to 100 then. Then I definitely have some fantasy greenskins that I completed. My Night Goblin Shaman, I completed. Yay. And it was a bunch of war machines that I completed. So one of my Doom Divers, so I'll bring this up to 1 because I have 2 of them, and that would mean 6. And Spear Chuckers, Oh, that was rock lopper. There we go. That's completed, and I completed my Goblin chariot. There we go. Was that it? I think that was it. I'll need to verify the number of boys painted. I think this is one higher. Yeah, must be one higher. And hand weapon shield. Oh, we're good on that, I think. Alright, well, we jumped up a little bit. That's always good. So they're getting a little bit better, the numbers. Why is this not updating? Let's see. See, fantasy greenskins. 193. That does seem right. Oh, it has gone down. I'm just retarded. I've gone down by 5 models. So not all the models I just put in because I did progress on them. So what I did just counts as 5 models. Let's just take this one. 40. Yeah, I remember this being a larger number before. It's probably right. Feels like I did a lot less, but my pile of shame is now less. So I'll get some more stuff completed. Oh yeah, there's definitely also some Imperial or 30k fists that I need to update, but in good order. So I think I'll wrap it up there. That was a nerdy wrap up. I will be back with more updates when I feel like it's relevant or before it gets too long, since this English hard. Definitely dinner time now. Take care, guys. Have a good one.